Coming up next on TV5 News Live, the troubling details on the suicide of a former Clarion University student. Stay with us. It's all coming up next on TV5 News Live.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion. Offering delivery bonus 555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
I'll take Simmons.
Give me Jones.
Foot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Sluka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Well, ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is TV5 News Live. Good evening. It's Tuesday, March 26, 2001. I'm Susan Honorad. And I'm Amanda Miller. Welcome to TV5 News Live. Here's a look at some of the stories we'll be bringing you in the next half hour. A new jail warden has been named for Clarion County. Meet him coming up. And tax time is quickly approaching. Do you need an extension? Find out how to get one. And the calendar says it's spring, but the outside temperature doesn't. Joyce Strang will be in with your TV5 weather forecast. But first, our top story. A sad bit of news to report tonight. Paul Charles Schoeneman, the former Clarion University student accused of robbing Clarion National City Bank, is dead tonight. According to Allegheny County Police, Schoeneman was found hanging by bedsheets in his cell at the county jail late Friday afternoon. The investigation into the incident is continuing. Schoeneman was a Clarion University freshman who allegedly robbed the National City Bank on Main Street on February 13th. He was also seen on MTV's Direct Effects television show. The day after he was seen on TV, police arrested him in the northern Kentucky-Cincinnati airport. Police say he was on his way to spring break in Miami, Florida. During a federal arraignment last Thursday, federal magistrate Francis Chiazzi agreed to prosecution's request to hold Schoeneman without bail. The funeral for Schoeneman will be held this Saturday at 2 p.m. in Harrisburg. It's a changing of the guard at the Clarion County Jail, literally. Clarion County Commissioners voted on a new warden for the jail at last week's salary board meeting. Our Mark Despotakis was there and joins us live from the newsroom with the details. Mark?
That's right. The new jail warden started his job yesterday out at the Clarion County Jail, and he says he's looking forward to good things to come.
Last Thursday's Clarion County Commissioners and Salary Board meetings drew few audience members, but created some big news.
We welcome Mr. Rowley on board as Clarion County Warden effective Monday. We are very pleased and honored to have him in our employment.
That's right, a new jail warden for Clarion County. John Rowley was named to the position by unanimous vote. Rowley will earn $42,000 a year. He started the job yesterday, but it's not new to the idea of coming into a situation like the Clarion County jails.
This is not the first time I've done this. This is my fifth or sixth institution, and I'm excited about just getting into looking at the immediate needs, the concerns of the board. After that, I want to take a look at the security operations. From a first view of them, or first blush, they seem to be in tune pretty good. But I want to make sure those aspects are tightened up. And then I want to begin to take a look at the treatment programming that we have available for the inmates.
So John Rowley has been officially hired as the new prison warden for Clarion County.
But how do those who hired him feel about him taking over the position?
Clarion County Commissioner David Seiper, who also served on the county's Board of Inspectors, which chose the new warden, feels confident with Rowley in the position.
I'm very pleased with him. Like I said, all the references that come back on him was just overwhelmingly excellent. And in the one county, he went into quite a bad situation, and he straightened it out pretty short order, so I can't see where he is going to be anything but an asset to Clarion County.
So what Rowley replaces former jail warden Daniel Hornberger, who was terminated in January after various problems at the jail. But everyone is looking forward to positive results from Rowley.
Done his check of references, and all come back extremely strong. One even wrote, "You're real lucky to get them." So I think we've definitely made the right move, I know.
And as for Rowley, well, this isn't his first time in Clarion.
I've driven up here years ago when I was in college. I had a friend that was going to Clarion University, so I came up to visit him. And I enjoyed the visit, and the area is extremely beautiful as far as the Clarion River and the terrain.
Now, Rowley is from the Slippery Rock area. He is still living there. He plans on a move to Clarion sometime in the future, but he says he is waiting because his children are still attending school in the Slippery Rock area. Live in the newsroom, I'm Mark Despotakis. Back to you.
County commissioners also approved the advertisement of an ordinance that outlines new safety procedures at the county courthouse and other county buildings. If the ordinance here would go into effect, anyone entering the courthouse would be required to use the front doors, walk through a metal detector, and put their bags through an X-ray machine. Weapons will also be prohibited in the courthouse, including firearms, knives, chemical mace, and anything else that could fall under the term weapon. The ordinance is under review and will be voted on by county commissioners in the next few months.
Interstate 80 is famous for accidents during the winter months. But tonight, we have a report of an accident on I-80 involving a state police car. The accident happened while a car from Clarion Barracks was responding to an accident when a tractor-trailer failed to see the state police car stopped in the lane in front of him. The driver of the tractor-trailer, Ali Kazanoglu, swerved to miss the police car but didn't in time. The truck hit the police car, causing severe damage. The driver of the truck fled the scene on foot after providing police with his driver's license. Anyone who knows of the whereabouts of Kazanoglu is asked to call state police.
Some of Pennsylvania's rural farmland in our area will receive some help from the state. Our Jessica Curry is live in the newsroom with the details. Jessica?
Thanks to Governor Tom Ridge's Growing Greener initiative, abandoned mineland in Jefferson County will make a comeback as farmland. Dairy Farm, located east of Brookville in Pine Creek Township, sits on nearly 40 acres of land. However, Joe and Shirley Holben have been unable to use half of their property because of surface mines abandoned in the 1950s.
We go out and we rent a lot of neighbors' land, and it's kind of ridiculous to rent neighbors' land when you have your own and can't use it. So we'd like to put it back to get our own ground back.
Through the governor's Growing Greener initiative, the Holbens received nearly $94,000 to reclaim their land and restore it to use as pasture.
It's probably the only Growing Greener application and project that will take abandoned mine lands, old spoil piles and whatnot, and reclaim them and put them back into farm use.
The Holbens contributed $11,000 in matching money to the project. Governor Ridge signed the Growing Greener initiative into law December 15, 1999, investing nearly $650 million into Pennsylvania's environment over 5 years. For more information on Growing Greener or to apply for a grant online, go to www.growinggreener.org. Live in the newsroom, I'm Jessica Curry. Back to you, Susan and Amanda.
Thanks, Jessica. Coming up, tax time is almost here. Do you need an extension? Find out how to get one coming up.
And do you know a student or faculty member at Clarion University that provides outstanding service? Stay tuned to find out how to recognize them.
And how about this cold weather? Will it go away soon? Joyce Strain is coming up with the answers. Stay with us. It's all coming up on TV5 News Live.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant. The Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant is located at 540 Main Street in Clarion and offers dining as well as a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant, 226-8400.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brandy. How would you like to give hope to millions of the world's children? UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, is saving lives in over 140 countries by providing kids with medicine, clean water, nutrition, and education. With your help, UNICEF can make a huge difference in our world. For more information, call 1-800-FOR-KIDS. Thank you.
Wardrobe for some TV5 news anchors, provided by Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all, with many different styles. Fashion Bug also offers a wide selection of accessories. Fashion Bug is located in the Clarion Mall, just off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m., and Sunday from noon till 5.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that booties in the back seat. Have that in the kitchen, never be out. Here to remind you to put them behind you. Hey, talk to him. To stay alive even when I drive.
From Clarion's very own, Susan Honorat, Amanda Miller, Joy Stray, Matt Ness. From Studio A, this is TV5 News Live.
Clarion University's Office of Community Service is asking for your help.
They are seeking nominations for the 2000-2001 Excellence in Service Award. Applicants must be students or employees of Clarion University that have done some community service since July 1st, 2001. If you are interested in nominating someone, contact the Office of Service Learning at 247 Gemmell Student Center, Clarion University, Clarion 16214. All nominees will be invited to the Volunteer Recognition Reception on May 1st, where the award will be presented.
You may be avoiding it, but tax time is right around the corner. While Pennsylvanians who need more time to complete their forms will find it easy to extend their filing deadline, you don't need an excuse or even a stamp. Automatic 4-month extensions until August 15th will be available by calling 1-888-796-1074 beginning April 1st. Callers should use Form 4868 as a worksheet to prepare for the call and have a copy of their 1999 tax return with them as they call. You must call for the extension before April 16th.
Sister Helen Prejean, the Louisiana nun who wrote the book Dead Man Walking, led 300 supporters of a death penalty moratorium at a Capitol rally in Harrisburg today. Prejean noted that a growing number of death row inmates have been freed because of prosecutorial misconduct or DNA testing. Also today, pollster Terry Madonna released results of a statewide survey that suggests Pennsylvanians are conflicted over the death penalty. For example, 71% of the respondents said they favor the death penalty, but 72% said they favor a moratorium on the death penalty until questions about the fairness are answered.
Carnegie Mellon University is planning a $10.2 million dorm to help concentrate its freshman students in one area of its urban campus. Pittsburgh's Planning Commission and Council will have to approve the 5-story building. It would house 252 students, and the school has 1,300 freshmen. State senators this week are setting up the bills they will use in a final round of negotiations on how to divide Pennsylvania's share of a legal settlement with major tobacco companies. The bill includes funding for nursing home alternatives and medical equipment for hospitals in 35 predominantly rural communities.
Search teams say they've recovered the body of 1 or 2 Air Force fighter pilots missing since Monday. The pilot was found against a Scottish mountainside near the wreckage of his F-15 combat jet. The Pentagon reports at least 200 people are still searching for the other pilot. Severe weather conditions, snow, wind, and bitter cold are slowing the rescue operation.
The rescue effort is severely hampered by terrible weather in the area where we continue to look. Snow, 50-mile-an-hour winds, very rugged topography with the snow and the wind. There are whiteout conditions there. And the weather forecast, unfortunately, predicts that those sorts of conditions will remain there for the next 24 to 48 hours.
Both men disappeared during a routine training mission over the Scottish Highlands. Stay with us. See the pictures of an amazing rescue in California.
And it was another chilly day outside. Joyce Drain will join us in a few minutes with the TV5 weather forecast.
All this and more coming up after the break, and a look at tonight's Pennsylvania winning lottery numbers.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 4th Open Needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
Option services, transitional care, as well as an emergency room open around the clock every day of the year. We've been these since 1954.
President Bush is expressing a bit of optimism about the economy, but he says his $1.6 trillion tax cut package is still necessary to re-energize it. Mr. Bush returned to the White House after spending part of the day in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where he touted his plan in offering an assessment of the nation's financial picture. He compared the economy to a long-distance runner, saying it's somewhat winded after a lengthy boom, but fundamentally strong. Bush says the Democrats' immediate tax relief plan, including a one-time payment of $300 for all taxpayers, is not enough. Firefighters tried to rescue a man who fell 30 feet down a reservoir at a construction site just outside of Los Angeles. 44-year-old Dan Hodges was working at the construction site when he fell shortly, according to the Orange County Fire Department. Hodges was back on solid ground within the hour, after firefighters climbed down the shaft with ropes and placed Hodges in a basket. Hodges fell through plywood, which helped to break his fall, and landed in some water and piping at the bottom of the reservoir. He appears to have suffered a back injury, but no other serious injuries. He is recovering at a nearby hospital.
Police have nabbed 2 murder suspects who were on the run. Vernon Powers Jr. and Scott Christensen were arrested today at a home in the St. Paul, Minnesota suburb of Oakdale. The pair escaped from the Mower County Jail on Sunday. The murder suspects are among 4 people charged with killing 2 St. Paul construction workers in an Austin hotel last summer.
In 1996, California voters approved the Compassionate Use Act. It made it legal for a seriously ill person to possess and grow marijuana for medical purposes. Charles Bierbauer reports that tomorrow the U.S. Supreme Court will review whether the medical necessity of the California law conflicts with federal drug control.
Yvonne Westbrook has multiple sclerosis. Westbrook has tried prescription drugs, but finds marijuana eases her pain better.
With the medical marijuana, a couple of puffs, and the spasticity is relieved, and I'm able to get on with the rest of my day.
In 1996, California voters passed the Compassionate Use Act, creating a medical marijuana provision for such diseases as cancer, AIDS, glaucoma. The Oakland Cannabis Buyers Cooperative began serving patients who had a doctor's approval.
We have them fill out some paperwork, pay their membership fee, and then issue a plastic photo ID badge to them that's counterfeit-proof.
But California's permissive law clashes with a federal prohibition. Marijuana is in the most restrictive category under the Controlled Substances Act.
We have national standards on what should be available in pharmacies with a doctor's prescription and where they're clinically safe and effective, even when they're extremely dangerous.
The case has seesawed through the court system. First, the federal government obtained an injunction to stop the medical marijuana sales. Then the co-op was granted an exception.
The patient must have no other legal alternative to cannabis because all other reasonable alternatives have been tried and found that they are either ineffective or result in intolerable side effects.
Dr. Mike Alcalay is both the co-op's medical director and a client. He has AIDS.
I don't like to get stoned. I just use it for the effect it has to keep my appetite up and to keep the pills down.
General McCaffrey favors medically approved alternatives to marijuana, such as Marinol. Some patients say those pills are costly or ineffectual.
I would rather break the law and maintain a decent standard of life than obey the law and be sick.
The Supreme Court must decide if federal law bars a medical necessity provision in California and as many as 30 other states that allow some exceptions. Charles Bierbaer, CNN, the Supreme Court.
Here's a look at the weather with Joy Strange. So how much longer is this cold weather going to persist?
Hopefully we've seen the end of it. It's going to move on out of our area, but along with it, it's also going to bring some rain showers into our area, but that's to be expected in the spring. I'll have more of that in your 5-day forecast coming up. But today we reached a high of only 30 degrees. Currently outside it is 28 degrees. The humidity is at 63%. The wind is out of the west at 11 miles per hour. Sunrise will be tomorrow morning at 6:11 a.m. and your sunset will be at 6:39 p.m. If we take a look at our satellite weather map, we can see that there is some thick cloud coverage across the northeast all the way up into the New England states. Along with that, we'll get a few snow showers, not accumulating too much, and possibly some rain showers once the temperatures warm up. The reason the temperatures are getting so warm, there's a high pressure front coming in from the Gulf, and along with that, it will be bringing some warmer temperatures, but also some rain showers along with it. And this high pressure will stay in our area for the next few days, and we'll be reaching temperatures up in the 50s over the course of the weekend. If we take a look at the precipitation map, we can see that we're not expecting much precipitation across Pennsylvania. Just a little bit of snow across the Great Lakes area and parts of Lake Ontario. If we take a look at the highs for today, Pittsburgh only reached a high of around 36 degrees, and across Ohio reached 40, 38, and parts down to the south just touching the lower 50s. But all of that will be changing in the next few days. If we take a look at the lows for tonight, it will be dropping into the low 20s tonight all across the northeast area. Parts of New York, you can see just barely reaching 26 degrees in Buffalo. Also, Cleveland and Detroit also only reaching 24-degree mark. If we take a look at our 5-day forecast, for Wednesday, it's going to be partly sunny, a high of 41, a low of 18. For Thursday, rain likely. May begin a sleet or snow, but a high near 50 and a low in the lower 20s. For Thursday, occasional rain, a low near 27. For Friday, also a chance of rain, a high near 54. And on Saturday, chance of snow or rain showers in the morning, then partly cloudy the rest of the day. Low in the lower 30s and a high in the lower 50s. For Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain, a low near 35 and a high in the upper 40s. So the temperature is going to start rising, but like I said, we're going to see some rain showers coming along with it. But April showers bring May flowers, I guess they say. Okay. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.
Coming up in sports, see what happens when a bird collides with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. That in sports, and just look at tonight's stocks.
Wilson doesn't believe in heroes.
Open the mouth to the big.
But he donates care to disadvantaged children.
Say, ah.
You don't have to believe in heroes to be one. Be a hero to a child in your community. Call 1-800-6-CHILDREN.
It takes so little to save our waters for future generations. Using less toxic household cleaners and fewer lawn care chemicals protects so much. Helps stop water pollution forever. Clean water. If we all do a little, we could fly.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wasn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. And I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated, people I know. So let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here, Rich?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Matt Ness is joining us with the sports. So what's going on in the world of sports, Matt?
Now we got a lot of news. We got track news from the university. We have some major basketball and a freak bird accident. Clarion University hosted the Clarion Early Bird multi-event track meet last weekend, and the Golden Eagles had a strong showing. There were so many top finishers for Clarion, but we're only going to share with you the first-place finishers for the sake of time. On the women's side, senior Kelly Nall won the 3,000-yard run with a time of 10 minutes and 58 seconds. In the high jump competition, senior Melissa Urias took first with a jump of 5 feet 4 inches, or 1.63 meters for you metric fans. And in the triple jump, senior Misha Henry took the top spot with a distance of 35 feet and 1/2 inches, or 10.68 meters. With the shot put, freshman Julie Ivanowski took first with a distance of 36 feet and 1/2 inch, or 10.99 meters. Sophomore Liz Urey won the discus competition with a distance of 121 feet and 1 inch, or 36.91 meters. With the men, junior Gerald Smith took home first in the 800-yard run with a time of 2 minutes and 78 hundredths of a second. Overall, it was a very good start to the season for the Golden Eagles. There you see some footage of the track meet. And some more footage. There we go. Faster than you could say barbecue and Elvis. Memphis, Tennessee has gone from no NBA teams to having 2 franchises that want to move there. According to the NBA, the Vancouver Grizzlies and Charlotte Hornets have applied to relocate to the city effective next season. Grizzlies owner Michael Heisley passed on Louisville, Kentucky, Anaheim, California, and New Orleans in choosing Memphis, which would be the NBA's smallest market. The Hornets, meanwhile, want the option to move in case Charlotte voters reject a new $215 million downtown arena in a referendum in June. How to pay for a new arena costing between $200 million and $250 million is also the biggest question facing the city of Memphis. The money is expected to come from public sources through local bonds and state assistance. Tennessee Governor Don Sundquist, Memphis Mayor W.W. Henrington, and Shelby County Mayor Jim Rout have given tentative support but have not disclosed financial specifics. Miami Heat All-Star center Alonzo Mourning will return to action tonight from a kidney ailment that has sidelined him all season and once threatened to end his career. Mourning said he decided to play after doctors told him that his status might not change for a year.
One, that I was going to prepare myself physically to try to beat this and to fight this disease. And fortunately enough, I've kind of put myself in a position to do that. So I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to try to come back and play this season.
Mourning said he has not talked to any of his teammates about his return, but said his goal is to help the team win a championship. Mourning last played October 1st in the U.S. Olympic team's gold medal victory over France, but has practiced with the Heat in recent weeks. Finally, in sports tonight, hitters in Major League Baseball already fear the 6'11" Arizona Diamondback pitcher Randy Johnson, the same Randy Johnson who averages a 95 miles per hour fastball and has been known to throw a little chin music. But now add another species to the list of things that fear the big unit. I will warn you, though, the following footage could upset some in the audience. Just after Johnson released his pitch, a small bird flew into the path of the ball and collided with it, killing the bird instantly. Needless to say, the impact led to the near explosion of the bird, removing all signs of life instantaneously. Play resumed shortly after what was left of the bird was removed from the field. It's all in sports tonight. Thank you, Lucky Stars. You won a bird. Now back over to Mandy and Susan.
Thanks, Matt. That was quite a story. And finally tonight, 10th grade students at Du Bois Area High School thought of a creative way to raise money for their Relay for Life team. It was the teachers squaring off against the girls and boys varsity basketball players Friday night in an effort to raise money for the American Cancer Society. The game ended approximately in a 57-57 tie. The event raised over $900. That's all for TV5 News tonight. Join Carrie Lopu and Kelly Esno tomorrow night for TV5 News Live at 8. I'm Susan Honorad.
And I'm Amanda Miller. Have a good week.
Copyright 2001, Clarion University Broadcasting.